the spirits whirl about. They sing their song to Halloween. Come and join the fun, they shout. But we do not want to go there, so we run with all our might. And oh, we will not go inside the haunted house tonight.
Yeah, all right. Nice poems.
That haunting night of Halloween, the moonbeams danced about the street as Sammy left for his treat. In a snap troop sock, clean and white, red ribbons wrapped around her tight. Ghosts came swooping by to bring a mess, to bring a warning from the sky.
Oh, little snake, get out of sight. I'll see the vampires out tonight.
Now, don't we folks, the vampire turned red cape flowing. Big wild eyes, long fangs were glowing. Wait, from this dark and dangerous sight, our sunny snake froze stiff from fright. Then I couldn't miss, and killed him with a big long kiss.
And hold the cross, we must depart, or feel this stake deep in our heart. Round the fire. Now, we will hear some stories from Bora, Becca, and Natalie.
Bloody Mary. She lived deep in the forest in a tiny cottage. Folks living in the town nearby her called Bloody Mary and said she was a witch. None dared cross the Crone for fear that their wood cows go dry, their food stores root away before winter. The children take sick of fever, of any number of terrible things that an angry witch could do to her neighbors. Little girls in the village began to disappear one by one. They had gone. There was no sign of the missing girls. A few brave souls even went to Bloody Mary's home in the woods to see if the witch had taken the girls, but she denied any knowledge of the disappearance. Then came the night when the daughter of the miller rose from her bed and walked outside, following an entrance sound no one else could hear. The miller's house had a toothache, and was sitting up in the kitchen, treating the tooth with an herbal remedy which her daughter left running the house. She screamed for her husband and followed the girl out of the doors. The millers came running in his nightshirts. Together they tried to restrain the girl, but she kept breaking away from them and heading out of town. The desperate cries of the miller and wife woke the neighbors. A few townsmen followed him out into the field and saw Bloody Mary standing beside an oak tree, holding the magic wand that was pointing towards the miller's house. She was glowing with an unearthly light as she set her evil spell upon the miller's daughter. The townsmen grabbed their gun and their pitchforks and ran towards the witch. Bloody Mary broke off her spell and fled back into the woods. The fire-started farmer had loaded his gun with silver bullets in case the witch ever came after his daughter. Before a mirror, she would send her spear to the villagers and stab upon her for a terrible death. When she was dead, the villagers went to her house in the woods and found her the marked graves of the little girls the evil witch had murmured.
The Headless Horseman. One cold winter night early in the new year, a certain Dutchman left the tavern in Terrytown and started walking to his home in the hollow nearby. His path led next to an old Sleepy Hollow cemetery where a headless Hessian soldier was buried. At midnight, the Dutchman came within sight of the graveyard. The only light came from his lantern. The Dutchman was nervous about passing the graveyard, remembering the rumors of a galloping ghost that he had heard at the tavern. He stumbled along, humming to himself to keep up with his courage. Suddenly, his eye was caught by a light rising from the ground in the cemetery. He stopped, his heart pounding in fear. Before his startled eyes, a white mist burst forth from an unmarked grave and formed into a large horse carrying a headless rider. The Dutchman let out a terrible scream as the horse leapt toward him at a full gallop. The headless rider thundered past him, and the man got a second look at the headless ghost. It was wearing a Hessian commander's uniform. The Dutchman waited a good hour after the ghost disappeared before crawling out of the bushes and making his way home. By noon of the next day, the story was all over Terrytown. The good Dutch folk were divided in their opinions. Some thought that the ghost must be roaming the roads at night in search of its head. Others claimed that the Hessian soldier rose from the grave to lead the Hessian soldiers in a charge up nearby Chinatown Hill, not knowing that the hill had already been taken by the British. Whatever the reason, the headless horseman continues to roam the roads near Terrytown on the dark nights from that day to this.
Springtime. There's a tunnel under the old railroad tracks just to the west of the Queen Elizabeth Hill in Niagara Falls. It is now locally at the Springing Tunnel. A path wanders through the tunnel and then out to an empty field on the hill, but the field was not always empty. At one night, a large farmhouse stood in the field at the top of the hill, and it lived a happy family. Then one night, a house caught fire. A young daughter was trapped in the house, and the only way to escape was through a wall of flames. The brave young girl covered her face with her arms and ran into the fiery door. Her long hair and her long nightgown began to swelter and she burst through the flames and rushed out the house, and the ghostly wine will instantly blow out the match.
Okay, now, here are some jokes for Halloween. Dariel, Alessia, and Mary.
I know, a boo-boo. I have a funny joke. What kind of street does a ghost like best? Anyone in here wants? I know, a dead end. I have a better one. What do monsters like to read in the newspaper?
I know!
Really, no one?
Obituaries!
No, I know. They like horoscopes. I have another joke. What do you call it? A pumpkin that is overweight. A pumpkin. Talking about food, what is a vampire's favorite fruit? A bladderwing? No. Let me guess one more time. A nectarine. Yes, you found it. Wait. Why the monsters eat the clowns?
Oh, because they taste funny.
Yeah, you got it. Why are werewolves covered in fur? Everyone knows it? Nobody? Okay. It looks silly covered in wool. Wait, I have another one. Why didn't the monster eat the crazy person? Because it's crazy person? No. I know. It was allergic to nuts. Get it? Crazy people are nuts. Yeah, you got it. Wait, what does a monster call a man in a hammock? No, broom service. What time is it if you see a monster? It's time to run! Wait, where do monsters live? I know, this is easy. Monstrosities! Which monster loves to dance? Any one of you here? Okay. A monster dancers that loves to dance, the Buggy Man.
This is the Nightmare Before Christmas, everyone.
Against the moon a skeleton sat, alone upon a hill. He was tall and thin with a bad bow tie. Jack Skeleton was his name. He was tired and bored in Halloween night. I'm sick of the scare and the terror, the fright. I'm tired of being something that was bumped in the night. I'm bored with living my horrible dances, and my feet hurt from dancing the skeleton dances.
And deep in the forest, just before night, Jack came upon with an amazing sight. Not 20 feet from the spot where he stood were three massive doorways carved in wood. He stood before them, completely in awe. His gaze was faced by one special door. Entrance and excited, and with a slight sense of worry, Jack opened the door to wide, windy floor. Jack didn't know it, but he'd fallen down to an imaginary place called Christmas Town. Immersed in the light, no longer haunted, he had finally found the feeling he wanted.
He picked up everything that sparkled or glowed. He even picked up a handful full of snow. He grabbed it all, and without being seen, he took it back to Halloween. For the next few days, while it lightened and thundered, Jack sat alone and obsessively wondered, why is it they get to spread laughter and cheer while we flag the graveyard, spreading panic and fear? Well, I could be Santa and I could spread cheer. Why does he get to do it year after year? Arranged by intestines, Jack thought and he thought, then he got an idea. Yes, why not?
In Christmas Town, Santa was making some toys. Trick or treat! And then a classy Santa was soft in the sack and taken to Halloween to send Mastermind Jack.
And as they cautiously gazed at this strange old man, Jack related to Santa his masterful plan. My dear Mr. Claus, I think it's a crime that you've got to be Santa all of the time. But now I will give presents and I will spread cheer. We're changing places, I'm Santa this year. It is I who will say Merry Christmas to you, so you may lie in my coffin, creak doors and yell boo. And please, Mr. Claus, don't think I will of my plan, for I'll do the best Santa job that I can.
And so Jack and his friends saw that they do a good job. Their idea of Christmas was still quite remarkable. They were packed up and ready on Christmas Eve day when Jack hitched his reindeer to his sleek coffin sleigh. Cast an ear pulled over the city below, and Santa Claus laughter now sounded like groans, and the jingling bells like chattering bones.
Now what if the walking guy should appear, but a coffin's not of skeleton deer, and skeleton driver so ugly and sick, they knew in the moment that came the Saint Nick. From house to house with a true sense of joy, Jack happily issued each present and toy. From rooftop to rooftop you jump and you skip, leaving presents that seemed to be saints from a script. And unaware that he was in panic and fear, Jack merely spread his own burden cheer.
There were screams of terror, but Jack didn't hear it. He was much too involved with his own Christmas fear. Jack finally took down from the dark, staring fright, and saw the commotion, the noise, and the light. Why they're celebrating? It looks like such fun. They're thanking me for the good job that I've done. But what he thought were fireworks meant as goodwill were bullets and missiles intended to kill. And away they all flew like a storm over whistle until they were hit by a well-timed missile. And as they fell on the cemetery way, out of sight was heard, Merry Christmas to all and to all, good night.
Jack pulled himself up on a large stone cross, and from there he reviewed his incredible loss. I could be Santa, I had such belief. Jack was confused and filled with great grief. Not knowing where to turn, he looked toward the sky, then he slumped on the grave and he started to cry. And as Zero and Jack lay crumpled on the ground, he suddenly heard a familiar sound.
My dear Jack, said Santa, I am proud to invent, and a weakling such a heart was not what you need. And so you are sad and feeling quite blue, but taking over Christmas was the wrong thing to do. I hope you realize Halloween is the right place for you.
There's a lot more Jack that I'd like to say, but now I must hear, for it's almost Christmas Day. Then he jumped in his sleigh, and with a wide corner of an eye, he said Merry Christmas and he bid them goodbye. Back home, Jack was sad. Building like a dream, Santa brought Christmas